today, welcome to Travelling Matt. Today I'm out in search of all the churches that Sir Christopher Wren built, and today I'm going to be starting with St. Paul's, and then I'll be moving around to different ones. So stay tuned to Travelling Matt and let's build some memories together. So we're at St. Paul's, and it was built it started in 1675 and then was completed in 1711, and that was after the Great Fire of London, which is called the Great Fire. Guys here, we'll get tied up in wires, so that's the, you know, what's up. Cheers. I'm at my bro, but he don't want to be on camera, so I'm just gonna be filming. So architect was Sir Christopher Wren, as you know, is one of my favourite architects, and he actually lived through this, but he died when he was in his 90s in London. But he was quite influential in this, and a lot of the churches he designed and built, he actually didn't go and see. He got some of his understudies to do. So at this one, which is a cathedral, was one of the only ones which was built within the architect's lifetime. So this is John Wesley, 1703 to 1791, poet. I'll check to see what influence he had on the cathedral. So this is in St. Paul's Square, just by Ludgate Hill. So you can actually attend mass here, and you can pay, I think it's like £13 to go in and see the top of the tower and see overview London. But I want to show you this, which is of St. Paul's, and I'm going to go around the front. I think this is a grave as well, which it seems encouraging. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the front and see if I can get St. Paul on there. We've got the lights, looks amazing at night. And look guys, these are actual tombstones. These probably of the different people that served locally. That one looks really, really small. Really getting a strong feeling. There's one in the corner there as well. People come to admire the church, but they miss the thing what this church represents, which is about life and death. And this cathedral was to honour people that served London and great bishops. As you can see, St. Paul's, I mean, just look at the detail. I'll check to see if that is actual proper gold or if it's plated. So I remember working here and coming at lunchtime and spending my lunchtimes dreaming of this place, but there it is, St. Paul. Now little do you know, and all little people do know, that St. Paul's was obviously Jesus's disciple, but he never actually knew Jesus. It was actually St. Peter who was one of the most influential ones who actually started the church. But St. Paul came after 70 years after Jesus' death and started the Christian faith and spread it through Turkey, through Europe, and it grew and learned to adapt to different changes in different environments. And you can see the amazing detail on this cathedral. It's just amazing. And look at this. It's a parish boundary here as well. St. Paul's So going round to the front of the cathedral. You literally have to be at a angle or far away to really appreciate this cathedral. Right, I'm coming outside. Yes, but it's amazing because the cathedral, when you're close up, you see like the intricate detail of it, but when you are at distance, you see it still has that power of the majesty that it is. And people that have been married here, people like Princess Diana, Prince Charles in the 1980s, which I was lucky to see. And of course, most monarchs don't normally get married here, they normally get married in actual Westminster Abbey. So as I edit it, I will put in the different sides of the cathedral. There's a clock tower. So when you go, you can get to the top here. And as I was saying, most monarchs has not been married at St. Paul's. I know, I'll double check it, I'll put it in the actual title and stuff so you guys know, but I know for sure Diana was married here with Charles, although it's recorded obviously, but again most monarchs actually go to Westminster Abbey in order to be ordained into the kingships or king or queen, to become king or queen. So I'm going to go in the front. So down here with them buses itself, and that's Ludgate. We're going to go down into Bride's Church after, which is one of Christopher Wren's as well. Look how busy it is. It's a beautiful day today. It's like 19 Celsius, I think it is today. I'm out in my shorts, my t-shirt. I'm roasting. I should have left my vest on, but you know, I got the police there making sure we're safe. This is the entrance. And here is one of the greatest monarchs we've had, Queen Victoria. So guys, just look at a queue to get in. That's quiet. Literally, that is so quiet. When I came here, when we went to the mass, it queued around the corner. So this is where we started from, over there. Simply amazing. So St. Paul's, Christopher Wren lived to see it created, and he came here when it opened, which was rare for an architect in that day. And there's another saint blessing and keeping the church safe. So I just want you guys to catch the, I'm just going to stop now, watch. So actually when the bell chimes, what it actually is doing, a lot of people don't know, most Catholics don't know, it's actually clearing the negative energy for any of the parishioners that are coming into the church to keep them safe, because the energy of the bell purifies the negative energy that is surrounding there. And the same with the incense that's in there. So there you go. So this is St. Martin's within Ludgate. Literally just around the corner from St. Paul's. And this is Ludgate Hill. And it says on here, we go close, the Wren Church of St. Martin's within Ludgate. Now, Ludgate, if you don't know, Ludgate was a town, it was a circus actually, and surrounding it, you got inside Ludgate, and if you could come into Ludgate, you had to have permission. So that's why it says the church within Ludgate. So there was one outside. So this was built in 1760, and you can see which was demolished. So this was built just after, and it was Christopher Wren who was the designer. So this is Bride's Church, another creation. This steeple was created by Sir Christopher Wren as well. So this was built in 1670 and completed in 1684. I'm not sure. I'm going to see if we can go and film inside, but you never know. I'll give it a try. Here's some gravestones as well. And look how small these were, or are. So this is so close to, and look, there's all graves still here. Try not to step on them. This one says the body of William Rich. You go below your minute of fame. 56 years old. Trying to see when he passed away. In 1828 it looks like. And Mr. Henry Rich must have been his son. Not sure what this is. But look how close. There's a pub here as well. An old pub. So people again, after, now there's roughly around 30, sorry, might be 20, I'll double check, different churches that Christopher Wren rebuilt. Remember, when you lived here in that time, you're talking about the 16th century, King Charles II was on the throne, and it was a time of rejoicing because we just had Cromwell just left, or was removed, and King Charles I was executed, which is King Charles II's dad. And obviously we had a period probably of 50 years I think it was, of no celebration of Christmas or birthdays. It was outlawed by Cromwell. So it was a big rejoice when we could start rejoicing and celebrating the church and festivals and birthdays and so on. So this is uniquely important, why I wanted to document these churches, and at these times I'm not sure I'll be able to film in there, but I'll have a look. But you can see this is a beautiful, beautiful period building, church, Bride's Church. And I'll put the comment, there's a reason why it's called Bride's Church. I don't know whether it's because it was created for brides or that there's a link for brides down the line, but yeah, significant. So, as my brother pointed out, it says 1637 there, right? So this must be from the original church, so this must be a replica. So there was also a steeple over there, which I don't know what that had to do. I think that had links to the original one, so I can't make out what that says on there. I'll do some research and find out. what it is. But there you go, Bride's Church. My fellow travellers. Bailey. Alright, it doesn't have links to Christopher Wren, but the links between that church, which is St Andrew's, and the Old Bailey, there used to be a tunnel, well there is a tunnel that goes underground from this church to the Old Bailey, to where, when they used to do the last rites for people who used to be executed, used to get the priest who would have to take the tunnel because they used to be mobbed every time they went to see the actual prisoner. So this is a viaduct pub, which has got jail cells of the old people who were caught from doing crimes as well. This building here has links, is where you used to pay money and you could overlook, and also around the other side I'll show you in a minute, but I want to show you this church first. So this is St Andrew's, built by Sir Christopher Wren. And it's done in a Gothic style. Sorry about the God cleaner going behind me. So this is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, not St Andrew's, which I thought it was. So that's it there. The church goes back to Saxon times. St Edmund. The church was known as St Edmund's and the Holy Sepulchre during 1103 to 1173, and was the care of St Augustine of Canons. The Knights of the Holy Sepulchre, later named the Sepulchre, rebuilt in 1450. The walls and tower also, and also this was badly damaged in the Great Fire in 1666. The interior was altered since, by the famous names associated was John Rogers the Vicar, Elizabeth I. Yeah, so there's just some names that were linked to here. I'm going to show you this church anyway. This isn't Christopher Wren, by the way, sorry guys, but I just, while I'm here, and I really like this church, so I wanted to just include it. It's such a history to it, and it's actually closed. But look at this, guys. Look at this, fellow travellers. You can see inside, stained glass window, St Mary. Imagine when the light hits that. So this is built in the 11th century, and again still has links to the Great Fire, so I might just name it one of the Great Fire victims, but it was slightly damaged. So I'm going to go around the other. I want to show you some additional changes which I saw. Let me just go in here actually and film. So look at these doors. Look at it. It's just simply amazing. Now, these are oak doors. Let me just, now, I'm 5'9", and look at the height of that. So, these have got amazing change. So here, in memory of the ranks of the royal, I don't want to say the names because I want to get it wrong, but if you can see, I'll leave you guys to just have a look at that. So I can't go up, I'll go around the other side. I'll come in, just approaching St Bartholomew's, which is just there, which my mother passed away in. And just want to show you the other side of this church. And this dude, who is so if I cross over quickly, just over there is where they used to do the executions back in the day. And I just want to show you this. This is another church built by Sir Christopher Wren in 1686 to 87. And believe it or not, he probably never ever visited the place. This is called St Andrew's out of Holborn because it's outside the Holborn Square. We're gonna go, oh, it's closed. I'm gonna try and get inside. So that's the church. This is just by, so you've got 1752 clock up there. You do. So I'm going to go round that way. And we've got a beautiful willow tree in the grounds. And this is Holborn. And there's the courtyard. Now that is a view. Look at that, people, how majestic is that? With the flag flying. Come on, fellow travellers, when you come with travelling mat, you see some unique things. Oh, you got to see this. This is hilarious. Well, this isn't funny. Well, it's funny, but it's not funny. But no, you see what I mean. Look, St Andrews, this is the entrance. But look at the church. Let me start from the top first. As you work the way down, I want to show you what's actually at the door. And look at these two people, dating from the actual period when the building was built. These look like they are, I can't remember what the things are called. You've got a lantern there, and there's a female one. And as instructed by the creator himself, got the bells to chime. And again, wooden doors. Must be 6 foot. Let's extend you. I'm 5 foot, so that's about 6 foot. Amazing. I remember what these remind me of. I think these have look like Quakers, which are still around today actually. But I could be wrong. And look at this, there's another church around there, but this is more with a monastery for nuns. I'm not sure if they have links to this church. But this was built by the great Sir Christopher Wren. So, just had done a bit of research into this, and these are taken from, or moved here from a church in Hatton Garden. So this is the founding hospital in Covent Garden, in Hatton Garden, and they were brought here. And I want to show you, these would have been lit by gas, but now has LEDs because it's more modern.